I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
But
But he has leadership
yeah.
skills, Tonali.
Also,
It's not that the problem for
I
sure.
don't think Kessie is
I
a
hope he does.
leader.
I feel he
Like,
can.
I don't think Kessie is a leader, and I'm also mad about the fact that he was the captain yesterday. Like, this makes no
Oh yeah,
fucking
Okay,
let's
but
sense.
talk
but but
about this.
you
Let's
say you
talk
don't
about this.
think he's a leader, but he's 100% a leader in the team. There's no doubt about
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I mean, he's a leader in a different way, but he's not like a leader,
He's not Kier
the
or
main leader.
Ibra
No, he's
or
not the main
Ibra. Get
leader.
it? Yeah, exactly.
I mean, in the
It's not like
midfield, he's definitely the leader, guys. He's
yeah, he
I mean,
definitely
plays
yes, but
in
it's
a
a
certain
two
in a
man's
way that
midfield then.
he's not shy. When he plays, he's not shy. He wants the ball. He's always in the middle of
right.
the action and creating and fighting. I don't
Yeah,
say I the
he
funny things about
he.
our midfielders, at least the Benacer, Tonali, Kessie, their job to be the unsung hero of the game. So you can never say who is the best, who is playing better, or who is performing better, because their performance needs to. You cannot understand when they if they are in the pitch or not, because they are so good that you cannot understand their game.
That's not
That's
true.
so you can. Well, I'm sorry, man, but two double pivots, they need to be good at defending and good at helping
Getting
the
the ball back.
attacking
Yeah.
part. But they never do
Every
the last
every
pass. They never do the last pass. They never do a dribbling that
every
actually
game,
unlock a goal.
Yeah, they do all the work in between. All
They do
the
the work in between,
every
but you don't
game
really
so
see it.
far,
right.
that's not true. Because I've pointed out
Okay.
in many streams I even pointed out to you, Roy, many times how Tonali is controlling the midfield.
Oh
I
no,
point that
I
out.
think he's great. I think he's great. I have no.
But we are
So
people that watch
if you
football.
can't,
We
no,
just watch football,
okay,
man.
but
I'm
if
talking
you
about.
can't see it, that's on you. If you
No,
can't see
I
it, that's
see it.
on you.
Oh
I
my
don't know what to
God.
tell you.
Okay.
You
Okay.
just said
You guys don't
you
understand.
just said it. You can't see it. You just said that you cannot
No,
see it.
I'm
That's what you said.
saying they. No, I say
He's
they
talking
are
about
the unsung
highlights,
hero
man.
of the game.
Highlights.
You don't see the most of the job they do it. You don't see it. But when I say you don't see it, like the crowd during the game, you don't see the real job they do.
Yeah, they
That's what I'm
do.
saying.
They do the
They don't
dirty
do the
work. All
final
the
pass, the dribbling, the goal.
and that's why
They do the
Krunic
hard
is
work.
and that is why Krunic is underappreciated also. But okay, but you guys think that this season Tonali, as far as character, as far as his personality,
Oh yeah,
can he be Kissi after January?
I mean,
Yes.
yeah.
listen, in terms of character and leadership, yes, but in quality, it's gonna be hard to to reach Kessie's level of last season. But he's gonna be world class in the future for sure. So he just need time.
I
I
think
mean,
it's hard.
look how our midfield struggles without him,
Without who?
or without Tonali on the field.
Well, man, we were playing with Kessie and Benacer the first half against Atletico. What were we talking about, man? We
And,
were
and
we were playing when we were losing against Juventus. We put Benacer and Kessie in the second half, and we put Juventus on their half for 45 minutes. What are you talking about, man? Now don't
you
exaggerate every
you
time.
pick
Without
you
Tonali, we
pick
are lost.
two you
Come on,
pick
man. That's
two
but
instances out of all
I'm
the
picking.
games where Tonali is
I'm
the best
picking the two
midfielder.
games. No, I'm picking the two games they played
Exactly.
together.
And you
Tonali,
pick two, I'll pick the
Benacer and
rest of them.
Kessie.
I
But the
mean,
rest of them, don't tell me like, oh, without Tonali we're lost. That's not true.
honestly,
Don't exaggerate.
I think they're all playing well. I think they're all playing well.
Exactly, that's the thing.
Kissi should be playing better. I agree with that because of what he did last season, what he showed he can do. But really, they're all playing well. I think.
And also, I think this is blown a little bit out of proportion. This uh, Kessie is not playing that well. I think people are a
He
little
played
bit
too well the
biased
previous
as
season.
well. Get it? Like, previous season, he played superb, but I think if Kessie would have renewed this season, people would still keep on saying he's doing perfect. He's doing
Yeah,
great.
agreed.
Because
Agreed.
people have it like you cannot remove it from your head. The fact that Kessie is not renewing, and we know that for a fact.
Yeah, and
Yesterday, every time,
But
every time,
objectively speaking,
every time I saw Kessie on the ball yesterday, my mind was thinking, "Motherfucker, why are you wearing the captain armband?" This is
yeah,
what I
but
was thinking.
yeah, I didn't care about that.
I didn't care about that
That
either.
is
A
the
lot of
I,
people,
rule.
a lot of people have a problem with that. I didn't
Oh
really
yeah,
care about that.
but objectively
100%.
speaking, he's made far more mistakes this year, and that's a mental issue. So I think the contract thing is messing with him. because he wasn't doing the same mistakes last year.
I don't know. I think it's a relative thing. For example, last year he played a lot of games with Tonali, Mate, and really a lot of or Krunic, and they were really average last year. So Kessie was kind of looking pretty good, close to them. I think like his season was amazing, the last one. Now he's having a good season, not an incredible season, and it looks bad because we were used to an incredible season, the last one he had. But he's still performing at the highest level for us. He's still one of the best players we have in the midfield, or sometimes during the game, one of the best players during the game. The problem I have with Kessie is that people think you cannot find a replacement for him. I think is not unreplaceable because the whole team now have more confidence, and Pioli has clear what he wants from that position. Everyone is getting there, so we just need to buy a guy that runs a lot, that has good feet, and understands what Pioli wants, and you're gonna see how replaceable it's gonna be. I remember everyone was saying it's hard to replace Çalhanoğlu with Brahim Diaz, and Diaz is doing it pretty well.
That?
So, who said that?
I think that.
Come on, Nate.
And they did a good job, and they did a good job in making that happen. You know, but I think Kessie is a little bit more than just not. I don't want to say average, but like he's special because Kessie really where he's going to be the most important if he stays would be at the end of the season where every game is crucial, and I feel like he has shown to do that at a very high level, being that personality and imposing himself in these big games.
He missed some big games, man.
I think people
But
in
I'm
the
talking
chat,
about the last quarter of the season. So that's what I'm saying.
I think people in the chat, I don't know. I'm not saying Renato Sanchez is a bad player, but how are you gonna put an injury-prone player into an already injury-prone team?
Also,
That's what. Yeah, I wouldn't go for him.
Is not similar to Kessie, man. Renato Sanchez does not do the job that Kessie does.
Guys, if we get Renato Sanchez, we should be kissing Maldini's feet.
Renato Sanchez is more similar to Benacer than he is to Kessie, in my opinion.
Renato Sanchez, you don't need a defensive midfielder because you'll always have the ball.
Yeah.
He's I think he's closer to like someone like Boateng.
Renato Sanchez.
When you buy Renato Sanchez, they give you a ball as well. Yes, and only you can have the ball. The other teams can't have it.
Okay,
Renato Sanchez, guys, controls the midfield like Modric, like that.
But come on, man. You have only seen one game of him.
No, I've seen him. I've seen him play for Portugal. I've seen him play for Portugal.
You have seen the game of his life.
No. I've seen him play for Portugal, and he's a special midfielder, very special.
He's a good midfielder, but he's quite injury prone. But let's see about this injury prone thing. Let's see about this injury prone. No, for me, Kessie, going back to the Kessie situation, Zion was saying that Kessie is easily replaceable. For me, I agree. I totally agree with you. Kessie is easily replaceable. I think Pobega can replace him easily.
I was just about to say, what do y'all think about bringing Pobega back?
I think the replacement shouldn't be. It should be Tonali if that's the replacement. I think.
For the backup though, because
and then the backup bring Pobega.
Right,
but
yeah. Do y'all think we should bring him in January? Bring him in January.
No, he's not gonna come in January.
But we'll only have 2 CDMs.
Adli is
Tonali.
Ali is really good. Ali is
really good. Adli can play instead of Kessie, and you are more technical in the pitch with Adli.
But Adli is not a CDM. He's nowhere near
but
defensive.
Tonali can be. Tonali and Adli.
He is. Adli can be a CDM easily.
No, I'm saying he's not great defensively, like how Kessie was last season, or how Tonali is performing defensively.
But defensively, Kessie is looking really good right now, guys.
Yeah last game.
How does Adli perform when he doesn't have the ball?
Pretty well.
He's aggressive, but he's not a natural CDM. That's the problem.
Also, I'm sorry to interrupt. Regarding Renato Sanchez's injuries, he has already missed 11 games this season alone. So
Yeah, but he's a bit that 11 games. He's missing all that games, but he's going with the national team. So there is his agent
Yeah,
in the
but
middle over
you got to
there.
remember too, Italy is far
yeah.
more physical than the French league.
No, I don't know
So
about
you're
that.
gonna have to add.
Yes, it
Yeah,
is. It is.
yes,
I'm
it
not
is.
sure about that. Yeah,
I'm not sure
No,
about
I
that.
don't know. I don't know.
It's something we
Physical,
cannot
I'm
prove.
talking
I'm
about.
sorry, guys.
No, it is a
No,
fact.
it
That is a
is.
fact.
It is. The French
And
league
anyway,
is
injuries,
a
we get
little.
injuries
French
in the
football is
training,
much
guys.
more open. Italian football is
Yeah,
Guys, we
much
get
more
much
injuries
more.
during
It
the
is much more
training.
open.
It's not even that. We get
Exactly.
injuries during the train, not even during the game. So it doesn't matter the
Exactly.
physicality of the league.
Renato Sanchez is going to be injured, knowing he's come to Milan on the airplane. So I mean,
I mean, the pressure is quite high, man.
We listen, guys.
Don't blame the
Hey,
guy.
we
Yeah.
we were so happy that Rebic would finally not go. Not finally, but he hasn't gone to the national team in a long time now because he had a fight with the coach. Rebic and Tomori would be for 2 weeks in Milanello, so we would know they would be safe, no injuries. Both injured, and Rebic, I think, is gonna come back in January. Man, are you kidding me? Like, what is going on?
fucking
Unbelievable!
wait, what happened?
Unbelievable.
Muscle problem.
He
And now you
hamstring
tell
injury
me is
in training.
what
Are you kidding me?
if
Like,
you get
what are they
injured?
doing? What are they
Listen,
doing in training?
It's
Rebic
it's just a
and
precaution, guys. It's just a precaution.
yeah, don't start with that, please.
Just a precaution. Yeah.
Listen, Rebic. Do you understand how bad our medical staff is? Rebic has a problem at his how you call it, ankle, something like that. So clearly, if he has that problem, he's
Yep.
gonna run funny in a funny way. So his muscles are gonna be more sore in one part than the other because you're running in a funny way. So technically, you
It's
should
compensating.
stop running. You should just stay in your swimming pool and move your ankle until it gets better and start running after that. So you don't get those muscle problem. You don't get that injury in the train. That is basic thing. But what they did, they kept Rebic doing, running and stuff like that, and he got injured. So I don't know, man. These things just in at AC Milan happen.
And just
I'm
like
sorry.
Magnan, we were hearing that Magnan had trouble since the Liverpool game with his wrist. And look
Yeah,
how long it
it's
took
just-
for them to react.
I read
And I'll
also
tell you
that
something.
that his
Yeah.
injury actually came from the Atletico game, not from that Liverpool game.
No, it was actually reported
Suarez.
before the Liverpool game. Before the Liverpool game, he had problems with his wrist.
I mean, he goes with the national team as well.
Magnan
What is
is
this thing?
Magnan is already safe
Yeah, exactly.
in training. You guys know that?
Yeah, to get injured again. Yeah, of course. They told him, like, come in training, man, so you can get injured another, so you can stay in a wheelchair for the Christmas time.
They let Zlatan kick as hard as he can that Magnon just to make sure.
Oh
It's just a joke, man. We are a joke. And that side, we are a joke. And I feel sorry for Pioli. Or maybe Pioli is the problem. Maybe really, his training is
he's the
mad.
one running practice.
No, he's not running the physical part, the medical part,
know.
man. I don't think he's running that. Hopefully, I don't think he has that knowledge to fucking, prepare physically the players. Anyway, I want to talk about because I'm pretty happy with midfield. If Kessie leaves, somebody good is gonna come for sure, and we need to have 4 starter in that 2 position. So it doesn't matter if Tonali and Benacer plays, the other 2 there in the bench, they need to be as good as Tonali and Benacer. Not in everything,
Pobega
but in
and
a certain
Adli.
way. Yeah, Pobega and Adli and Bakayoko as well. I think is good. He's getting there. I want to talk about Zlatan Ibrahimovic. A lot of people criticize him because he missed a lot of goals. What do you guys think about Zlatan Ibrahimovic?
Should I start?
Yeah, quick.
Go ahead.
I want a quick
Yeah.
opinion from everyone.
I think when he's healthy, he is the best in our team. Even when he plays bad, he scores. Like yesterday, I think Zlatan had a shitty game yesterday. He still ended up scoring 2 goals. In the first goal, in my opinion, he took the worst decision ever to shoot that ball, even though it ended up in a goal, because Giroud was next to him, free, just tapping the ball in, and that would be But anyhow, in my opinion, I think Zlatan should retire in the end of the season. So we get someone that we will rely upon and not be like fearful that he will get an injury. Because Zlatan, in my opinion, is too important right now for us. I don't think
Well,
Giroud can do the job that Zlatan does.
just
Nope,
a
not
quick
even
question:
close.
would you play him against Atletico, or would you play Giroud against Atletico?
I will play Giroud. I think Pioli made it clear that he will play Giroud against Atletico.
Okay, cool.
So prepared to
Nathan,
have
what do
a
you want to say
crappy
about
game.
Zlatan?
He did have a bad game yesterday, but his mentality is strong enough that he can, shrug that off and still perform. I think he needs to play against Atletico because Atletico is a technical team, and Giroud is. I mean, he's not going to be able to hold the ball up the same way. So there's going to be a lot of chasing shadows if Zlatan doesn't play. But I'll be back in like 14 minutes. I'm going under the rack.
Cool. Safe, man. What do you think about Zlatan?
Well, we all saw what a great champion he is. Even though he has had one of the worst games, he rarely controlled. He missed an absolute sitter with that header, but he still managed to score 2 goals. That's what pissed me off about the team. Like a 40-year-old striker just scored 2 goals, and after that, not even one single chance was created for him in order to get us truly back into the game. Not even to Giroud. I heard people say that Giroud hasn't had impact. Well, he didn't get chances, He didn't get chances. I think Ibra is special with the way he's playing. I don't think he would retire. I mean, he should retire. I think if we get a Belotti or even another striker in the summer next season, he will alternate with him. I'm not sure that he's gonna accept to start every game anymore. But yeah, he did great. He's still reliable at 40 years old, which is mad.
No,
So you
but
guys,
listen,
oh yeah, go for it.
I'm sorry. I'll just say this. My problem with Zlatan not retiring after the season is that we will not be free to buy a good striker. Get what I'm saying? Because as long as Zlatan is in the team, he's gonna start the important games. So no one is gonna come and play the non-important games because Zlatan will start the important ones.
I mean, honestly, I have no problem with him starting the important games, to be honest, because he does make a difference. He does almost always score in the big
No,
games.
Yeah,
but
but
sure, but
the
the problem
person
is
that coming to AC Milan is gonna
exactly,
say, "Listen, I want to
exactly.
start. I don't want Zlatan on my back telling me you're not good enough. I want to play, or telling the coach he shouldn't play. I should play, because that's the problem. When you bring a striker that is gonna be your main man, no one around him should make noise. No one around him
Yep.
should make background noise and put him the pressure of not performing. He needs to have people that are lower in terms of quality than him. Having Zlatan is always going to put that pressure, and it's really hard to perform. That's the thing.
Guys, for me, Zlatan is a magician. He's a wizard. He's a genius. So, and he showed it, because if it wasn't for him, who knows, that game would have ended probably 4-0. I think he scored all 3 goals, or even the last goal. I know it was an own goal, but he caused it. I think that Zlatan is untouchable, and yeah, even when we play like shit, like yesterday.
I don't know, man. Like the only problem that I have is this, man. That Zlatan staying means we will have another year next season with not buying a good striker because we will rely on Zlatan anyways. So this is where I it's not like someone can guarantee me that we will buy anyways the needed striker and Zlatan will stay as well. If that's the case, I'm all for it. But we're not going to do it. We're not going to do it because Zlatan has ego, and the ego will not let him rot in bench and be the third. Like I will never think that Zlatan will become our third striker next season. There's zero chance.
But Zlatan still plays better than everybody else on the field. So why does that matter?
It matters. It matters because if he stays, means you will not, most certainly you will not invest in a good striker, and then you're gonna have the problem when Zlatan is injured, and he's gonna be injured.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see
Well,
if it comes to that.
guys, can we talk about Theo Hernandez because this guy confuses me a lot. Like I don't know what happens to him in games, honestly. What goes on through his mind?
Oh man, I don't want to even talk about him. I'm so upset with him. I really every I don't know. I'm so convinced that we need to sell him. I'm sorry, guys.
I think it's
Really?
harsh,
I,
man. Come on, it's harsh,
no,
man.
no,
You
Come
we
want to
on.
we need to
sell
sell
him?
him. No, it's not, guys. Come on, it's not Ash.
You want to sell him?
What are you
I
guys
disagree.
talking about, man? It's Ash. No, it's
Sell him.
not.
He's the best defensive
No,
attacking
no, it's
fullback
not,
there
Roy.
is.
It's not. It's not.
What do you
Stop,
mean he's not?
stop lying to ourselves.
He
He
got
is
two
the best
assists. He got
attacking. He
two
has the best,
assists.
bro.
No,
Defensively is crap, but offensively,
no,
let's
no,
be
no,
honest,
no.
he's
No.
the
It's
best.
not even. Listen, I'll tell you something. You know who's defensively crap?
Yeah,
Trent Alexander-Arnold is really bad at defending, but he's not giving the ball to the opposition.
I
He's
agree.
bad at keeping the position. Theo Hernandez, his brain is off, man. He's not thinking during the game, and we're losing points because him. Bologna scored a goal because he passed the ball to a Bologna player. Thank God we didn't lose that game. Sampdoria, he passed the ball to Quagliarella, and we almost lose that game. I can give you another examples of the player. He does stupid things against Roma. He does such a stupid thing. That foul that he gets a yellow card, a second year. That is a stupid thing because you risk to lose a point against Roma. You don't play the derby, so Balotelli plays. And on my book, those are points and mistakes made by Theo Hernandez because I had a red card, not Balotelli. Balotelli is shit. And third game for Fiorentina, you're losing 3-2. You have 10 minutes, almost 10 minutes to finish. You can actually get a point there after a mess, and you lose that ball like this. What is that, man? This is not the best left wing, left
No, he's the
whatever you
number
guys are
one.
saying in
He's
the
the
world.
number
Come on,
one
and
guy. This is Maldini's
don't put the
protege.
word attacking. Don't put the word
This is
attacking, man. Because
Maldini's
even
protege, man.
I don't care, man. You can actually sell him. I don't care.
Insane.
I
Insane.
Just
listen.
because Maldini went and bought him, he's gonna stay all his life at AC Milan, make mistakes like this? No.
Listen, I disagree, and the reason is this: if, for example, like this is the special thing that I was talking about before. If Gabi does a mistake, it happens to everyone, whatever. If Taylor does a mistake and it's a shitty one, no one is happy about it, yada yada yada. But he also provides two assists in the same
Yeah,
game.
man.
In the
You know
same
what
game.
that does it mean? That doesn't mean me helping two old ladies to go across the street and kicking the shit out of them after I go across the.
No,
That is the exact
no,
same thing, man.
no,
What
no
is
lag.
that,
But
man?
listen, no lag.
I don't
Listen.
care. Those two asses goes in his start and maybe he gets a bonus at the end of the season, whatever, or goes in his start and he says, "Oh, I'm the best left wing because I have tot amount of asses." Those asses on my book for AC Milan winning the league are zero,
No,
none.
but listen.
The ball he missed,
that
he
is so
loses at the
unfair,
end.
man. That
I
is so
No,
disagree.
that
unfair.
is true, man. Because we
Listen,
lost
no.
the game
How?
because
How?
he lost the game because he gave it to Vlahovic. And Vlahovic scored the fourth too.
He gave it.
But
Vlahovic.
but
What do
also
you mean he gave it?
we wouldn't have scored two goals
No,
if
that's
it
not true.
wasn't
We
for
don't
him.
know that. We don't know that. We
What?
don't know that. I'm sorry, man.
What do
We
you
don't
mean we
know
don't know
that.
that? But we do. We do.
But we
Well,
do.
yeah,
do
but
know
what
that.
is the point, Roy? What is the point of giving away the ball at the end and the last 10 minutes where you're trying to draw the ball? That's what I'm saying. I don't need the excellence of Theo Hernandez in front when he fuck it up in the back. I don't need that. I can actually wait another year and the fucking Leao is gonna do those assists, or I can buy a proper striker who's gonna score 25 goals, and I don't need a left wing to cross me those balls because I have a proper striker. Or I can buy a right wing, he can score 15 goals on the other side. So why I need Theo Hernandez in the team? I can cash 70 million, buy a right wing and a striker, and I'm
No,
done.
you
I have
can't.
those
No,
20
this is
goals,
insanity.
assists.
Hernandez is like a player that you build your team around. Like that's the kind of player you build your team around.
No, man. No.
I mean, he
He's
made.
doing. You know what? He's gonna do another mistake, and you guys
Yeah,
are gonna
that's fine.
forgive him.
Yeah.
You're gonna forgive him. Yeah, 7-8 mistakes a season, man. That means 10 points. You lose a
No, I
season
don't
like
think
this.
so.
It's 10 points, man.
I honestly think that these players. Now, this could be me being maybe over optimistic, but these players like Theo, like Kessie, Benacer, these players that have taken a next level up, Leao, they're going to be big in the last quarter of the season. So the mistakes they're doing now, I'm not too worried. I think they're going to make us win the big games in the last quarter of the season.
Roy, I've seen this, man. I've seen after the mistake against Sampdoria, everyone, no, Theo Hernandez is our best, blah blah blah. Same shit. He's our best, whatever. Man, I haven't. That doesn't work with me, man. I want a solid defensive, whatever, left back. I want a solid left back. I don't want the next Roberto Carlos.
What?
I don't care, man. Come on. This is not Spain. This is Italy, man. A left back needs to know how to defend.
No, but
Guys, do you guys
Yeah,
know
but,
that when Cannavaro was
listen.
really fast, John, then I'll do. Cannavaro was criticized so much when he was young. So many people in Italy thought he was shit, that he sucked. He should have never been in the national team. I mean, you can tell if a player is special, and then these special players, they will go through periods that are not great, but then they come out of these periods and they're great. Maldini did that too. He had periods where he wasn't great, but when he came out of those periods, he was the best ever.
Man,
Also,
again, you
Cannavaro
guys,
is not really regarded as a great player.
guys, can I
What?
say something?
What?
Guys, no, Roy, I
He's
don't
not
care. You can
regarded
talk
as
about
a
this
good
another
player.
day. Yeah,
Yeah.
guys,
Okay,
you
fine. Yeah,
you
he's
can
a shit
talk
player.
this about another day.
Cannavaro is a shit player, guys. He sucks.
No, no.
He's the worst player in the world.
Oh my
Don't
God.
change the
Oh my
topic,
God.
guys.
Oh
Don't
my
change
God.
the topic. Theo Hernandez is passing the ball to the opposition to score goals. I'm not talking about defensive mistakes like being in the wrong position or getting somebody dribbles you or something. I'm talking about giving the ball to the opposition and scores goals. I don't care how many. In a moment that you actually need to score the third one and get that point in Firenze. What is this, man? And he's gonna do it again, and you guys gonna say, "Oh, he's gonna be whatever he's gonna be." And seriously, I don't care. I care for AC Milan, know what he's gonna be. And I'll tell you, with a player like this, we're not gonna go far. We need a proper left back. If he changes, and from now until at the end of the season, he doesn't do any mistake in his mind, he changes. He doesn't give away the ball. Doesn't do stupid fouls. He doesn't throw himself in the pitch every time somebody touches him, because that is another thing I don't like it. If he stops doing this shit, that's different. That means he's growing and he's becoming the player he should be.
I think that's what will happen.
Bobby, I'm waiting. It's the second year, this one, man.
But Zion, I want to say something to Zion Trent. I'm not saying me or some people could tell that Cannavaro was the best ever. But
I don't
a lot of
remember
people
anyone
were
criticized. Nah, I don't remember anyone.
What are you talking about?
I do.
What are you talking
I
about?
do. I remember a lot of people criticizing him. But
maybe in LA, not in Italy. I don't know. Sure.
No,
you know when they criticize him? When he was at Real Madrid, because Real Madrid was a joke in defense at that time, and he was alone basically.
But Real Madrid won the Liga with him.
Yeah, but
they criticized him. It was more they criticized Capello because Capello plays like fuck. He makes football look like shit, And in Madrid, they don't care if you win playing like that. That's how I feel about Milan. Actually, when Allegri was the coach for Milan, I didn't even care that he was like, okay, I was happy he won the Scudetto, but for me it was like such a letdown.
So going back to Theo Hernandez, if Theo Hernandez does, let's say, 4 mistakes like this again,
I don't care. I don't care.
Well, that's
because he's going to score. Because he's going to do 4 mistakes, but he's going to make 10 goals. So he's going to make, the balance is I'm good with the balance.
So the balance is 0. So
no, if he makes 4 mistakes and creates 10 goals,
and you keep
that means
the same balance.
No, listen. If he makes 4 mistakes and creates 10 goals, that means he created 6 goals.
Yeah, but no, Roy. No, don't. I'm old enough, man. You're not gonna trick me in this. If you score 10 goals and all of them are on the result 3-0 already, or 2-0, or they are not.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Match decisive goals. No, that matters, man. And actually, you make those 4 mistakes that decide an entire game. No, man, it's not the same.
Because now you're blaming the whole game on him. That's unfair. You cannot blame the whole game on him.
Well,
made a
sometimes,
mistake.
man, against Sampdoria, we were playing really well. It does that mistake, and we draw that game. We could have win that game 1-0.
Okay, that was a mistake. Yeah, but I wouldn't blame it
Him
on
not playing the
him.
derby. Him don't play in the derby. That is another mistake.
Well, that referee, I don't know.
No,
That
come on.
referee against
Oh,
Roma, that referee clearly made a mistake there with how he should have given a red card to Zaniolo first. I'm gonna defend Theo, man. I'm gonna defend him. I think he doesn't deserve this. He deserves greatness.
Yeah, he can achieve that with Paris Saint-Germain, man, or City, or other teams, Real Madrid or Barcelona. He can achieve that greatness. We're not gonna achieve greatness with a left back that makes mistakes like this.
And it is possible that as he gets older, he is going to be used in a more advanced position because he can do that.
I, I don't think he can, but okay.
Why not?
I think the most advanced position that he can ever play is left wing back. That's about it.
I think he can be a left midfielder. Actually,
I totally disagree, but okay.
why not?
Because
it's pretty much already what he does.
Because Theo is not a technical player from the spot. He has to run. He needs field in front of him. If he doesn't have space in front of him, Theo sucks balls.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think he's pretty good. I think he's pretty good at keeping the ball.
And because he is so limited when he is standing and not running, that's why he gives the ball away. Look at every mistake that he makes. Every mistake he makes is from standing. Because standing, he does not know how to dribble. He only uses the left, only exclusively the left. So when the ball is not on his left side and he has a player open to pass, he always stumbles. This is the problem that Theo has. That being said, and it's a fact, that being said, I want Theo to stay because even though he makes mistakes, he contributes to 10 goals at least a season.
More.
Okay? Or more. Plus assists, plus the goals that he
scores. Okay, Red John. First of all, I want to hear Saif about this because he opened the topic. And I'm going to tell you something after those 10 goals contribution. Saif.
Yeah. I mean, first of all, I'm saying Theo should stay, of course. I think he can develop. He can develop into the best left back in the world. I think I was a bit naive before when I said early on that he already is. But, he's showing me he has I don't know what's wrong with his temper. Also, the way he fouls players and he tries to fight. Every game I see with him, he tries to fight every player from the, just pushing them. I understand you have an attitude, you play for Milan, you want to show that. But come on, stop with this tough guy shit. And also some of the mistakes he made, for example, against Roma. I remember last season against Udinese, when he made that very, very, very weird pass where Udinese went 1-0 up, or Sampdoria, I don't remember who. Yeah. It's weird, but also he shows me in games like Torino last season and Juventus last season when he made those amazing runs. He can be good. I think he just needs more guidance. He needs more seasons. But I wouldn't say stay out because I don't think that he's a player that we should build on. But I think that he's a player that we should keep in order to have a winning project. But that's the whole thing. But for sure, he keeps pissing me off every game. He makes weird decisions and he needs to sort his shit out. Seriously.
Yeah, no. Going back, I really want. If he keeps performing like this, I want him to go in the summer.
This summer,
I really want him to go. Yeah, this summer. I want him to go for 70 million, 60 million, whatever Paris Saint-Germain or other team wants to offer.
70 million? 70 million wouldn't be bad.
60 million, whatever.
No. Nothing less.
Tell me about his goal contributions.
Yeah, 10 goal contribution. You can use that money to buy
15.
a striker that does 30 goals contribution.
Yeah, but striker still needs service. And if we rely on the left
No,
back to
no,
give
there
him
is
service,
strikers. No, there is strikers that actually does 10 goals without any service, or actually they do service to other players around them.
But
You can buy a right wing or a left wing or a number 10. They can give you 15 goal contribution,
come on, this is
and you
crazy.
can put a
come on,
normal
man.
left
This
back
is
in that position.
craziness.
A
No,
normal.
come
No,
on.
that's not crazy. Other teams do like that. How other teams win without Theo Hernandez
Guys,
or without
Fernandez
an
is one of the
incredible
best
left wing?
fullbacks in the world,
Yeah,
Larry.
exactly.
One of
But
the best
still,
in the world.
exactly. You
We have
Inter
elite.
without him wins Serie A.
We have eliteness in our
We
team.
got
We
it,
can't get
Roy. We
rid of it.
got it. Just let him finish to hear some arguments, because
No, because
That's
the argument is like you can't get rid of your diamonds. There's no point in getting rid of
no,
your
it's not
diamonds.
our diamond, man. It's not.
Yes, it
That is
is. Absolutely.
that is not true. This is not.
listen, like, while I agree that, I just think he's dumb. First of all, he's not a smart person. There's
Yeah,
nothing wrong with
yeah,
being dumb. Really.
yeah.
He's dumb, and that's about it. He needs time and someone to talk to him over and over again. That dude, use your fucking head sometime. Think stuff. Think more than just the moment you are in, and maybe he will change. But that being said, so far he has played 10 games. For example, he has 5 goal contribution, and he is a left back. He has still made really good defensive saves. He has still made really good tackles. So this is what saves him. While he makes
No,
mistakes, while he makes mistakes, he compensates. He compensates with his offensive output and also defensive output. It's not like Theo is trash defensively. He's not good defensively. He's not really good defensively.
I mean,
And
he makes silly
and
mistakes, but overall, those silly mistakes.
and
Okay,
and you
yeah,
know
they
what?
cost us some goals, but
Honestly,
I don't care. I mean,
honestly, if, like for me, I don't think someone said this, but we'd be looking like absolute dickheads if we get rid of first Donnarumma, then Kessie, then Theo Hernandez. Seriously, are we to be taken seriously after that? Who's
no,
next?
no,
No, who's next? Come on, we should keep
guys,
these
man. I
players.
don't
Not
care
not
if they
not.
come and pay. Listen, if
We
they come
don't
and
listen.
pay,
No, we don't replace these players with lesser
you
players.
don't need to replace.
We're
No,
supposed to
you
have
don't
class
need to
players in
replace.
every position, man. Every position we're
No, that's
supposed to
not
have class
true. That's
players.
not true.
No, that's
You guys,
true.
yes, that is true. No, what are you
You are
saying?
brought up with Real Madrid Galacticos. Not other teams do that. No other teams are a world class player in every
Yeah,
position, and they
Milan,
still win.
Milan,
They still
Milan.
win league. No, man, we had Kalads in that fucking level.
Kaladze is
Pancaro
world
and
class, dude. What are you
Cavalli.
talking about?
Come
No,
on,
we
Kaladze is
had
man.
world
shit
class.
Come
there,
on.
and we
Canazzo
were
is
Kaladze,
world class.
we were killing
Come
okay,
them.
so
on.
what constitutes
Shut
a
up, bro.
what
The last
constitutes a
time we
world
had a
class
world
player?
class in that
Hey,
position was
listen,
Maldini at
listen,
27.
listen, guys.
That,
If you
Roy, what are you
no,
talking
no.
about,
If
man?
you're a player that every single
Serginho.
year goes to the
Ah,
semifinals of the Champions League, goes to the final of the Champions League, if that does not make you world class, what the fuck makes you
Man,
world class?
Kalatse was not world class, man.
no, it's
What are
not.
we
He
even
wasn't
talking
Guys,
giving
about?
10 goals
listen,
contribution,
Come
Roy.
on,
He
guys,
man.
wasn't giving
Come
10 goals
on.
contribution. Stop,
Kaladze,
stop it there.
played against the
Stop
best teams
there.
in the world and he won.
I know
That
the
makes you a
value
world
of
class
Kaladze.
player.
Roy,
He would
stay
play.
on my
He put
point.
no. You guys
How
have
many
to say
goal
things the way
contribution
they are.
Kaladze gave a year?
Kaladze went around the
Yeah, you
world.
don't answer
He
my
went
question because
around
you
the
know already
fucking
the answer.
world. He went around the
You know the
fucking world,
answer.
winning against the
Yeah,
best teams
okay,
in the world.
okay.
Don't
Even
fucking tell
Rocket
me
Junior,
he was
man.
not.
Even
Rocket
Simic.
Junior won a World Cup, my
Yeah,
man.
another world
Rocket Junior
class.
won.
Yeah, man. Yeah, tell the youngster bullshit like this. Keep going.
No. This is absolutely
Guys,
wrong.
it's about Theo,
You
guys.
need
The
a
guys.
world class player, guys. You need a world class
Oh
player in
man,
every
yo,
single position. And
I
yeah,
think
sure.
if you don't think that, you're crazy.
even
Yeah, man,
even
you're crazy.
listen,
You guys are crazy.
Even Kalatse couldn't believe what team he was playing with. Okay,
Man, what are
so
you talking
come on,
about?
are you
Hey,
kidding?
man,
Kalatse was a good player.
was
Was
No,
a
a
he
was
was
a
solid
not a good
defender.
player.
He
He was
was a
not a good
solid
player.
defender.
Guys,
He was
He was a
solid.
let's stay
great
on Theo. Guys,
defender. He was a great defender.
let's stay on Theo.
I'm
Let's stay on
saying,
Theo.
Hold on. No,
Guys,
we
I'm
have
wait.
on
to.
tail.
No.
I'm
You
on
have to.
tail.
You have to answer this.
I'm on
Tell
tail.
me
You
how.
answer my question.
No.
No,
Answer this. Tell me how, because we have to establish what determines a good player. Tell me how a player that every year finishes top 4 in the Serie A, almost winning it. Sometimes he won it, and in Europe every single year, semifinal, final.
Roy,
You're telling me that's
Roy,
not a come on, like, please.
Roy, no, Roy, answer my question. How many goal contribution Kaladze gave in those years?
Kaladze was more of a defender than
Exactly. That's all
he,
my point.
he
We
was
don't
a
need a guy that gives 10
no,
goals contribution in that position.
we had
We have wins.
Serginho, we had
Again, Serginho,
Maldini,
we were going out with Galatasaray when Serginho was a starter. When Serginho was our third choice and Kaladze came, a solid defender, we were winning Champions League. Again,
no, but we
have a
had
guy that gives
attacking. We had
Roy,
attacking. We had Cafu. We had players that were great at attacking. The
again,
wing.
Otto comes, a solid defenders, and we win the Champions League.
Yeah, so Aldo was great output offensively too.
No, he wasn't
Yes,
doing
yes.
insane cross or goals every
Yes, he
game.
did.
That-
He got
he
a lot
wasn't
of
a Theo
assists.
Hernandez type of player. Don't
No,
not
but
like
Otto
Theo
was
Hernandez.
that to me.
Otto was more offensive though.
Aldo
It was
Yeah, they-
offensive, but it was a solid defender. It wasn't making mistakes.
Yeah.
in defense.
both.
Cristiano Ronaldo in that game was in his pocket, man.
No, Gattuso.
You saw that.
Gattuso.
He didn't cross
Gattuso
one
stuff.
ball.
That
No,
was
no,
because
no,
of
he
Gattuso.
didn't cross
No, Aldo
one
was a
ball.
great. Hey guys, Aldo was a great defender, but he was also a great
Yeah, but
striker.
he
But
wasn't
also,
doing 10 goals contribution.
well, he was making many. Laird, you're being way too harsh on Hernandez. It's crazy. We cannot sell him. He's one of the best in the world. He's going to make mistakes. Maldini made mistakes. Well, are we going to
No.
say that Maldini should have sold Maldini?
Maldini didn't give the ball to the opposition, man.
No, he
That's
made
what-
many
those-
mistakes in his
These are
career.
not mistakes, man.
He
They are
made
not
many mistakes in his
If-
career. Everybody
I'm
makes
talking about-
mistakes.
Man, I'm not talking about mistakes of. I explain it. Every defender does mistakes. Everyone, Tomori, here, everyone. Theo Hernandez, his brain is not connecting, man. He's not concentrated. He's making a lot of mistakes. He okay the 10, 15, 20 goal contribution, but he's giving the ball, and we're losing games for him.
But he's also
Come on.
winning us.
No, we're
He's
not.
also
What
winning.
games did we lose?
Wait, listen. Last season, I remember him. It was against at home versus Parma or Verona. We were
Are
2-0
you hearing
down.
me?
He scored the 2 goals. Like he makes mistakes, but he
Exactly.
also
Bro,
makes
he
up
is
for these
clutch.
mistakes.
He is clutch.
Saif,
He's
are you
clutch.
hearing? Are you hearing my old discussion here?
I'm
We
hearing
need
this.
to go to the next level. You want to go to the next level? You need a solid defender and a guy up front that scores those goals, not your left back.
Okay, then let's say we
You
get rid
wanna
of
get-
Theo.
Yes,
Who
that
do we
is
get
the only
instead?
way. 70 million, you get rid of him. You put a solid defenders there, and you put a banging striker or right wing, and you get
who
a
do you
lot of
get?
goals, and you win. And you
And
don't
who do
get
you
more
get as a left
mistakes on the back.
And
Huh?
who do you get as a left back?
Maldini, Moncada, and Massar go out there. The way you find the players,
Wow.
find another one. Find a solid defender. Find a guy that doesn't miss any ball for 90 minutes for the
Find
entire his small career.
Listen,
Dama, bro, I honestly just thought the whole point of this like last 2 or 3 years is to build a class team, the best players. I just didn't
Now-
think that would be a selling team all of a sudden. That's what.
Listen,
That's the
I'll
weird.
tell you what. Liverpool sells Suarez and builds a team. Liverpool sells Coutinho and builds a team and wins everything, and is a class team. Now, you want to build a class team, you need to start selling some players, because if you have an eye for football, you understand that some players, they are not gonna grow your game and your team at the level you want to go.
and you're putting Hernandez in that category. That makes no
No,
sense.
but that's not.
For me,
That's
Theo
no.
Hernandez is the best example. High
No
value,
way.
a lot of
Let-
damage in the pitch.
Light.
Let's see at the end of the season.
Light. You know why I don't agree with Suarez and Coutinho? Suarez was always going to leave to Barcelona after that season. You know Liverpool wanted to keep him. Coutinho also was desperate for a move to Barcelona. Theo Hernandez is not desperate for a move to Paris Saint-Germain. That's the difference we're talking about here.
That's true. He isn't. And now that he's been
Yeah, he
selected
isn't.
for France playing with AC Milan, there's no pressure for him to go to PSG.
Exactly.
That's true, because every mistake he makes in Milan, no one is gonna blame him. Why he should leave?
He's making
He's a
those
king
mistakes.
here. He can do
He's
whatever he
making-
wants.
He's making those mistakes because he knows that in the future he's going to
Because
score
he
some
knows
goals.
Krunic and Selemaker is gonna get all
Because
the
he
blame.
knows
What
that in the
fucking
future
cares?
he's going to score goals that are going to make us win titles.
No, that is a fact, guys.
Like he did with France. He did things with
whatever,
France
man.
that
I
made
don't
France
support
win a
France, man.
title.
Roy, I don't
That's
care
what he
what he does
does.
with France, man. I see
No, you
what he
should
does with
care
AC
because
Milan, man.
that says a lot
No,
about
I
what he
don't
can
care,
do.
man.
You should
I
care.
don't care.
You should
Seriously,
care.
man. I don't
That
care.
makes no sense. It makes no sense.
That doesn't make no sense. Your
National
opinion,
team
man.
football is a million times more pressure, and the fact that he can do that at
I
the
don't
highest
support
stage,
France, man. He can actually win
it doesn't
7
matter
World
that you
Cups
don't
with
support
France.
France. You see
I
what he's
support AC
capable.
Milan. He's not useful to
want-
our cause.
I want
He's not
the
useful to our
fullback
cause.
that made France win the Nations League rather than the fullback that is not making any other team winning the Nations League. So I'll take that fullback, and we have him. I'll keep him. Thank you.
Okay, man. Okay. I told you. I prefer a fullback that doesn't make mistakes. That's my opinion.
Yeah, but a fullback that doesn't make mistakes is also going to be a fullback who has difficulties getting forward.
Nathan, you get 70 million, a guy that doesn't make mistakes, and you buy the players that score goals
Who?
and they create chances.
Who? Because all the
I don't want to
best
go in there.
fullbacks
You
in the
can buy
world
with
right
70
now-
million. You can buy players that scores goals.
No,
You can buy.
no, but the
players that
difference
scores
is look at all the best the best like left backs and right backs in the world right now, and tell me which
Yeah.
one of them does not make mistakes that are costly. Which one of them leave gaps in the back because they run forward?
See, that's you Nathan come in the conversation without knowing what I say before. Leaving a gap in the back is not my problem, man. That's why we pay KC, Tonali, and all the defending midfielder. Or that's why we have Tomori that is a fast player that covers that. That's the last problem. Theo Hernandez can actually stay up there all the game. I'm happy with that. Like Trent Alexander-Arnold does. My problem is when he gives the ball to the opposition, when he lacks on concentration, when he has the ball, and he fucks it up in important moments, or when he runs with the ball without doing shit all and losing the ball and asking for a foul. That is not where that is not what I see in a good left back. I'm sorry, man.
All right, guys. So we know Laird wants Theo Hernandez to get the fuck out of AC Milan. It is what it is. Some of us disagree.
If he keeps
some
playing
of
like
us
this,
agree.
yes. If he
Okay,
if he plays like this, yes.
Okay, well, we get it. We heard your message that you're putting out. Some of us agree, some of us don't. I don't. But let's move on to another player.
Yeah, let's move on to Selemakers, our favorite player.
Mhm.
Let's blame
This is
him.
gonna-
Let's blame him, guys. Let's
This is
blame
this
him,
is gonna
guys.
be fun. This is gonna be fun.
Let's
Ooh, 'cause
keep
let me
Theo
tell
Hernandez.
you, goddamn.
Let's keep Theo Hernandez because at the end of the season, we're gonna blame Selemakers, we're gonna blame Krunic, we're gonna blame Messias.
I'm not going to
Maldini.
blame anybody.
Guys,
Let's keep Theo Hernandez. He's gonna lose those 3 games that is gonna be decisive for winning the league or not. We're going, I don't know, for challenging for the league or not, and he's gonna be fine. Okay, let's do that.
Hey, I have a question. I do have a question. Because now I don't want to come across as if I'm salty about Milan losing to Fiorentina, but something happened that made me rethink whether or not Milan can win the Scudetto this season. And again, it's got nothing to do with this loss. It's the fact that we're conceding a lot of goals, and statistically at an incredibly high rate, something like 98% of the time in Serie A, you see the team that concedes the least amount of goals is a team that wins. And that trend is not changing. Even with Magnan, we're conceding goals. So conceding 4 goals against Fiorentina, that's a lot of goals that are going to be on the stat sheet.
That's really bad. That's really bad.
Yeah, but I feel like that's an anomaly. Like how many times does Milan ever concede that many goals in one game?
What about 2 goals against Verona? Is that an anomaly?
2 goals is not that. It's really not that
2
bad.
goals against Bologna. Man, Bologna. 2 goals
Verona
against
is
Bologna.
I told you guys, Verona.
I don't care, man. You're challenging for the Scudetto. You're challenging for the Scudetto. You shouldn't get 2 goals from Verona.
I'm trying to tell you, but Verona is literally. I told y'all, Verona is the team that will always cause the upsets. They are always capable of getting goals like that. I've said that 1,000 times.
Yeah, and guess what? In those seasons where they're always cause upset, when we finish, we finished 6th, 7th. No, man. If you want to win the league, you should get 35 goals a season, 30 goals a season, something like that.
You know what?
We got 4 against Fiorentina.
Laird, I went through like almost 50 seasons one night because I just wanted to check. Some of the teams that win the Scudetto, many
With
seasons,
21, 22
yeah,
goals.
yeah, with
And you want to
25,
keep
21,
Theo
20.
Hernandez. And you want to keep Theo Hernandez. I'm going to slap you if I can.
Are you acting like Theo Hernandez is the cause of how many mistakes did our center backs and the right side make? You're focusing only on Theo Hernandez, man. Come on.
But because it's the one that can give us 70 million, man. I cannot sell
Yeah,
Calabria for
but how,
5 million or Kier for 500,000. I'm going to sell Theo for 70
but
million.
how many times does
Come on,
Hernandez
guys. The
save us
logic
compared
is
to how
there.
many times does he make us lose?
How many times you save us? Please tell me. How many times you save us?
No, I'm asking you. Like, what is the points lost compared to points gained with Hernandez playing? Like, does anybody know?
No, I'll tell you. The end thing is gonna be that Theo Hernandez helps you to win one game. If you count the mistakes he
Oh,
does.
okay.
Okay, going back to Parma, we did 2-2. We did 2-2 against Parma. You guys remember the way we got those 2 goals against Parma?
Theo
Do
Hernandez.
you guys remember the mess Theo Hernandez did on the left back when the second goal of Parma came? You guys don't remember that. I remember that. He did a
I remember
mess.
as well.
Yeah, but he scores 2 goals, and everyone in this mind is like, "Oh man, he scores 2 goals. He's an amazing left back." If you have a solid left back, you win that game 1-0 with no mistake, no incredible things on the going forward, and a proper striker that scores you the goal. That is a thing.
Yes, but
You
you got to remember today's day. The most expensive fullbacks are all attacking fullbacks, and their defensive capabilities are usually shit. I won't even consider Robinson in there because he's not like Trent or Teo or Hakimi. I would put him with like how Calabria plays.
no,
Calabria
it's
is
good.
defensively is by far one of the best defenders that you can get for a wingback position. But in terms
100%.
of going forward, he might not be as clinical as Hernandez, but that's the trade-off that you get.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying. Like if you look at the fullbacks that are like Hernandez right now, they are all shit defensively, every single one of them. And
Yeah.
then when you look
Hakimi
at
too.
fullbacks
Hakimi too.
yeah, Hakimi too. And then when you look at defenders like Robertson and Calabria, and I'll put Lam in there because Lam is in the same mold as those players. Those guys are all very good defensively, while sacrificing a little bit in terms of going forward as a
Yes.
wingback. It's the trade-off
Exactly.
that you get.
The trade-off. Exactly. It's about the trade-off of the 2 fullbacks. And right now, Calabria and Theo Hernandez
But
is beautiful. Is amazing.
you guys, you Nathan gave me all examples of teams that are established. They are already established, so they don't need to sell a guy for 70 million player to actually rebuild and get better and get to the next step. I'm telling you, we are in a position that 70 million is is gonna bring us
Okay,
more far than actually keeping Theo Hernandez as a left back.
Listen,
so let me ask you, who are you willing to get in that left back?
he doesn't care, man. Narita said this 3,000 times. He doesn't care the left back. He wants a good striker, a good right winger, a good camp that is going to compensate for the lack of goals that we lose because of Theo, right?
You can
Yes,
get
and
a
that's
kid
fine.
like
But I'm asking
Kalulu.
you, I'm okay. But who? I'm asking you, who would you play there? That can actually
I'm
It
gonna
doesn't
go in
defensively.
matter, man.
research.
It doesn't matter. He's telling you.
No,
You
but
can
they need
find
to
a
at
good
least
one, man.
be.
There is a
They need
lot
to
of
at
them.
least be as good as Kalulu. At least be as good as Kalulu.
You can find them, man. There is a
He,
lot of them. You can find
Oh,
them.
Yeah, but that now
I don't know
means
what to say
that we
about
have
this,
to.
guys.
Nope. The thing is, though, this is the problem. We were saying that we can't be a team that nurtures and gets players ready. That's what we
Yeah.
would have to do. Because anyone that is that established is going to cost money.
Right. A lot of
So
money.
now, again, you guys want the best of both worlds, and that's just not going to happen. So you got to
Hey,
decide who's going to be there.
who is this Aaron Hickey guy?
He's the
There is a
Bologna
lot
left
of
back.
good players, Nathan. You
he
don't
is
know that actually
he is
can
I
a
play.
know there's a
left
lot of
back
good
from
players
Bologna.
there.
A really good left back, by the way.
Listen, guys, we have the best defense ever, guys. We have Calabria, Tomori, Kjaer, Theo Hernandez, Magnan. And then we need to it's not the starting that we have to solidify, it's the back that we have to solidify the replacements. Like that is world class to me. Theo Hernandez, Tomori, Kjaer, Calabria, and Magnan. I mean, the balance is
Look, all
perfect.
Pioli needs to do with Hernandez, all he needs to do, look at this person. Come on, man. All Pioli needs to do with Hernandez is just work on the defensive side of his game. That's all he needs to do. It's just work on the defensive side. That's something that can be worked on in practice. It's a mentality thing.
Nathan,
Just say, okay, Hernandez, instead of this game, I don't want you to focus on getting into the attack. I need you to focus on purely defensive capabilities.
David, would you
Just
sell
have
him?
him practice it.
Would you
Hell
sell him?
no.
Yeah,
Fuck no. No, man. Part of the reason why our defense is so good is we have a very good balance of.
it's not good, man. We concede a lot of goals.
Man,
The defense concede a lot of goals.
I would
Forget
take
about
our
who's good.
defense. I will take our defense over anyone else's right now.
Yeah, me too. Honestly,
Our-
and I mean that. I really mean that.
I mean too. Our defense has a very good mix of no nonsense and more
Youth.
aesthetically pleasing on the eye defenders.
Yes, youth, and they got the youth. They got the energy. They got the fight in them. Honestly,
And
like
our
which defense in Europe would you rather have?
Like
I can't think. I
Name
can't
me
think of any.
name me a back four that has the recovery capabilities as our defense.
Yeah.
I'm talking
Man,
about on a
if you-
counterattack. On a counterattack, what team has better recovery than our defense?
Yeah.
Man, I see.
And
See, that's the
Magnan,
point.
guys, Magnan. Let's not forget Magnan, guys. Magnan is incredible.
Listen,
guys.
the problem that I
Side is
have
saying
is
Man
this.
City, or I
Yeah.
can tell you Bayern Munich, or I can tell you
Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
tell you even for example, it sounds crazy,
I don't think so.
but even teams like Chelsea, they have a fucking solid defense, man.
You're
And they are
naming
not
teams in the last 5 years have all won the Champions League.
No. I'm naming teams that don't have Theo Hernandez, the best left back in the world.
Bayern Munich has
And they actually
Davies.
managed. They actually
Liverpool
managed to do
Liverpool has
what you're
Trent.
asking.
Now, tell me the back four of Liverpool, please. Not 8 of them. Just tell me the back four, the starters.
Robertson, Van Dijk, Joe Gomez,
Matip.
and Trent Alexander-Arnold. You can put Matip or instead of Joe Gomez, or you can put how's it called? Kanute?
I think Milan's is better.
Konate.
Konate, sorry.
I asked for the first 4, not all 8. Milan is better.
No,
for sure.
but the
Van
the guy
Dijk.
that
Van
plays-
Dijk is
the
great,
guy
man.
that plays close to Van Dijk can be me, can be you, can
Yeah,
be
yeah.
Matip, can
No,
be
Van
anyone.
Dijk
Doesn't
is
matter.
Van Dijk. is
Exactly.
better.
So
That's the
so when you put these players right next to each other, Trent and Teo are literally like carbon copies of each other.
No, they are not the same. I'm sorry, man. They're not the
And
same.
they are the
Crosses
same.
that
They are.
they're not the same. They're not the same. I'm sorry, man. They're not
Okay,
the
so
what-
if you want to look at the stats, Hernandez is better
No,
stats than Trent.
I don't even care the stats, man. First of all, if you look the stats, you're gonna be embarrassed the amount of assists and goals Trent Alexander-Arnold created. But I don't want to even win easy against you with that. So I'm not even gonna look at the stats. The
Okay.
game
I
Trent
don't think so.
Alexander-Arnold
I don't think so, man.
is completely different. The
Theo
amount
Hernandez
of crosses
offensive
he
stats
puts.
are a whole different level.
No, the amount of balls when he has the ball, he never loses the ball. He always does a 1-2 with Salah.
Hey.
He always crosses the ball or dribbles. He never asks for a foul. He does crosses. He does corners.
He's,
Let me ask you
kicks.
something. Larry,
Listen,
let me ask you
listen,
something.
guys. Alexander Arnold so far has 1 goal and 9 assists. Just so you know.
Okay, and what about that? What about
1 goal and 4 assists.
Theo Hernandez?
And yes, and now
pretty
let's
good.
look at.
And how many
Yes,
games?
that's
How
good.
many games?
And let's
How many games?
Theo in 10 games, Alexander Arnold in 13 games.
and then let's
Okay.
look at the league style. He's getting
pretty
that
similar.
in a league. He's getting that in a league that's far more defensive, and there's not enough spaces. Whereas Trent is doing that in the league that will give
Guys,
you 10
come on.
yards of room.
No,
True.
come
He's
on,
right.
guys.
He's
I've
right.
seen-
This is
listen.
absolutely
No,
true.
no,
You cannot
no,
deny
no,
space.
no.
You
Trent-
cannot deny
I've
this.
listen.
seen on the same.
You
Trent
cannot deny
is
that.
a better
Nathan, I
footballer,
was in the
guys,
stadium.
guys.
I've seen Theo Hernandez and I saw Trent.
That
I've
game,
seen
Trent is
both
a
of
better
them.
footballer.
that game, Trent was a million times better.
Listen,
But that
guys,
game, I
I
wouldn't
saw
have
I saw even the mistakes Trent did in a defensive and we scored 2 goals. I've seen that.
that
But I
game
saw the way
was
I
Sure.
saw the way he pushes,
Okay.
man. I saw the way he,
Yeah.
he
that game,
provides.
guys,
but-
was the
but-
first game. that
Trent
he played. It
has
was like
something that
losing at
Theo will,
Virginia.
Theo will never have. Theo has 2 feet. 2, not 1. Theo has only his left foot, and he has never ever. Maybe he's not even aware that he has a right foot as well.
Yeah,
Theo
but
makes
he
a
doesn't
lot
need
of
to use
mistakes because he tries to avoid using his right foot. This is the mistake he did last
Okay,
game.
but-
This is the mistake he has done over and over
So
again.
what? It's okay.
Yeah, but we're looking at the
Nasty
players.
as a left.
We're looking at the players as a whole. They are the same player. Van Dyke is like what you can say. Who would y'all compare Van Dyke to in the center backs?
Nathan, Theo Hernandez and Trent Alexander
No,
are
we're
not
done
the
with
same
Hernandez.
players.
All right,
man.
they're the same damn thing. Let's go to Van Dyke. Who's he like?
Oh, Van Dijk is Kjaer.
Okay, and then you said you can put
With the
anyone
pace
next
of
to Gomez,
Tomori.
right?
Exactly, yeah.
I
the
don't.
same
He
guy
doesn't
with
have
the
the
pace
pace
of
of Tomori. He
Tomori.
does not have the pace of Tomori. That's not true.
Maybe
Van
not
Dijk.
as fast
No,
as
Van Dyke
Tomori, but
Van
he's
Dyke
really
is fast
fast.
as fuck.
He's really
But
he's
he's
really
not the
fast.
pace of Tomori. He's not the pace
Okay,
of Tomori.
half
He's
second
close.
slower.
He's close.
A second
Okay.
slower.
Guys, Van Dijk is one of the best. I'm not gonna argue.
Okay, so now that I'm saying that, look at the two pairing as a whole. Is
Yeah, they
our
don't have
center
it.
back pair better than Liverpool's center back pair?
They don't have it, but
Ah,
and
No,
they
come
don't
on,
have a
guys.
No, it's
Calabria.
not.
Nobody has a Calabria.
Guys, what are you talking about, man?
Liverpool,
Come
Liverpool
on.
has a better defense than
Give
us.
me a break. See,
Liverpool-
you're telling me,
Guys,
How many
guys,
goals
guys.
has
you're telling me
Liverpool?
that we cannot
Guys.
put
How many
a
goals
proper,
has
Guys,
a decent
Guys, I
fullback on
think
there.
I think the fair way to say it. Let's say we make a combined like back four of Milan and Liverpool.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be Theo Hernandez, Van Dijk, Tomori, and Alexander Arnold.
No.
That,
we
I'm
agree on
not
that?
sure.
No,
See,
no,
that's a,
no.
that's a funny thing. That's a funny thing. I'm not sure. Klopp, for example, if Klopp
No way.
has available the 4 defenders of Liverpool and the 4 defenders of AC Milan,
He plays
probably
the four
will
of
play
Liverpool.
Van Dijk and Tomori in the middle, and still choose Robertson instead of Theo Hernandez because Robertson doesn't make silly mistakes. That's the
No,
funny thing.
Calabria
no,
doesn't
I'm
make silly
See,
mistakes.
that's the funny thing.
No,
I'm
no,
sa-
no.
I'm saying-
and even Pioli will do that probably.
I'm saying based on football ability. I think this is the back four that
No, no, no.
everyone
You
everyone
put
I don't,
Calabria's
I don't
in
think
there,
like this.
no
I don't think
doubt.
like this. I think like if Klopp has our 4 players and his 4 players, probably play Tomori, Van Dijk, and Robertson on the left, and maybe if he needs a solid right back, if he puts Calabria. If he wants to push, he puts Trent Alexander-Arnold. He doesn't want a guy on the left that makes silly mistakes. He wants a guy that
Yeah,
is reliable. It's solid.
Listen, I think
This is craziness, guys.
for-
We're talking
for
in
Theo-
sevens here.
Okay.
I think for Theo it's really important to have competition in his left back. We need to get a good left back so Theo starts thinking during the game.
That's true.
Because I think
That's a good
sometimes he just takes stuff for granted. Like the mistake he did, but this is not the first. Like
Good point.
Narita said, the mistakes he does is the kind of mistakes that you do only when you are not concentrated or when you are just out of your mind. Because he does that often. Get it? So, and I think he does that because he knows that even if he makes a mistake, his position is set in stone. No one's gonna take it.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I'll take Spinazzola then. If Spinazzola comes for Theo,
Exactly.
I'll take
Yeah.
Spinazzola.
An example of a guy that is good at going forward and is really reliable on the back. He's a proper
Light,
defender. Doesn't
Light, if
do
Light,
mistakes.
if Light,
Okay,
Light,
but
if we're
how
gonna kill,
much would he
Listen.
cost? How much would he cost?
No, I'm saying they exist. It's not a
How much would it cost
mythological
against
animal that
Spinazzola?
doesn't exist. Exist.
Yes,
A reliable
yes,
fullback
Yes,
exists.
he exists, but I'm asking you. Yeah, but okay, so find me
Gozen is
defender
another
who's
one.
at least
Gozen is another one
wingback.
that defends.
But
Listen,
you're not
Nathan, how
getting
much
him.
Look,
Oh my god.
How much it costs? I'll tell you how much it costs. The same amount that costs to Atalanta and to Roma to buy him. Don't go and buying him. That is just an example. If you go on a Spanish league, on a English league, French league, Belgian league, the Serie A, you can find a guy that costs you 15 million that is defensively reliable, and you can spend
But
the other
he's not going to
70
be as
million
good going
on a
forward.
striker and a number 10 or a right wing, and you can score a lot
Okay.
of goals and
I
concede
disagree.
less.
I disagree with this because we had a reliable left back who was reliable defensively, and it was
Who?
Rodriguez.
No,
Remember
no, he's not
Rodriguez?
reliable.
No,
he's
no.
I'm
not.
not
Oh
because I
no,
beat
no,
you,
no,
man.
no, come on.
Guys,
No,
What
no,
the hell are
it's
you
not.
talking about,
guys,
Red John?
No,
What the
that's
hell
not
are you
relax,
talking
reliable.
relax.
I'll tell you an example of a player that is
Relax,
reliable.
relax.
Come on, this is
Rodriguez was really good defensively. He was really good defensively.
I
Rodriguez
agree with
that.
had
We lost him.
yeah. He's about
Red
to
John,
say
we
something
lost
really
you.
crazy.
Clearly, you're saying something wrong. That's why we lost.
I thought
The
Rodriguez was
internet
good
went go
defensively as
against
well,
you.
too.
it's a fact, man.
You guys,
No,
Rodriguez was good defensively. He was good defensively.
Your internet doesn't work now. Nathan, we were conceiving
Red
goals
John, your internet is
every game. What are you talking about?
Lart,
We-
Lart,
Okay, that's
listen,
the whole
Lart.
defense's problem, not just
Wait,
Rodriguez.
Nathan.
No.
Nathan, wait, guys, wait for a sec. If we're gonna kill Theo Hernandez for his mistakes, Lart, have you seen Alexander Arnold last season? He was
So
probably
many
the worst.
mistakes.
Really
So
Yes,
bad
many
he,
season.
mistakes.
yes, he was
Really bad
possibly he was the worst player in the APL. I didn't see Liverpool fans going around saying, "Oh, he should leave. He's not concentrated. He's
You
not
know, I'll
focusing on
tell you,
football." Come on,
safe. I'll tell you why. You know why the Liverpool fan didn't say that?
why?
Because they had Mane on the left, Salah on the right, Firmino, Jota. They had a banging midfield. They had all the team complete. So you know what? I don't need to sell Trent Alexander. And I'll tell you what, if I have Salah, Mane, and a fucking Phil Foden back to Ibrahimovic, you know what? I don't need to sell Theo now. He can make mistakes because
I'll
Mane is
keep
gonna
him.
score 22 goals.
Like, can you make me share the
Salah
screen, please?
25. That's
you-
why Liverpool fan. Huh?
Can you make me share the screen? Can you undo that?
Yeah, that's why I'm a Liverpool fans. They were not complaining with Trent Alexander, and I wouldn't complain about Theo Hernandez. We are AC Milan that we need that 70 million to buy proper player in front of and score goals. And Theo Hernandez, with the mistakes they're making, I can sacrifice it easily for 70 million.
So are you saying that he just can't improve defensively? Because
Yeah.
that's all he needs to do is improve defensively. So all you need to do is work on his defense,
oh,
and then you're fine.
It looks
Yeah.
so simple, man. I love the way you say it. It looks so
It is
simple.
simple.
I hope it's
Okay,
gonna happen,
but
man.
that's
I hope
that's
it's
all
gonna
you-
happen.
It is simple.
Well, why is not doing it? It's been 2 years
He
now
will.
at
He will.
Milan.
Nah, 2 years. What mistakes did he do last year? Did he make big
15
mistakes
goals.
this
We've conceded 15 goals. Fucking hell.
15 goals! Oh my god, it's so much.
Okay, but
It's
was
a
it
joke.
directly
Juventus
because of
finished the
him?
season with 21 goals
No,
conceded.
but you guys are making it seem like he was the one who caused those 15 goals. want you to tell me how
Roma
many
is
goals-
conceded the same.
Can you
Listen,
tell me
listen,
Yeah.
guys.
how many
guys,
goals he directly was involved in that was his fault? That's the stat I need to see. Can someone find
What-
that
what-
stat for me to see?
Say what?
Okay, I'll tell you.
Please.
2-0 against
No,
Roma.
no.
You get a stupid. No, I'm telling you. You get a stupid yellow card. You get a goal. That is one. That is your mistake. That is in my book is your mistake, Theo Hernandez. We were 11 against 11, controlling the game, cruising against Roma, which is a joke at home. He gets a stupid yellow card. End of the story. You want another one? The one against Fiorentina. Easy.
No,
He gives away the ball.
I want goals. I want the games where he was directly involved in the goal against us. I want you to tell me how many. I don't want you to go game by game. I want you to say Hernandez was the reason why we gave up 10 goals, at least 10 goals last year. That's what I
it's
want
not
you
true.
to tell
It's
me.
not true.
No. It's not. No. I'm just saying as an example. That's what I want. That's the type of answer
But
I'm looking for. I
that's
want
not
you to
how
say,
it works football, Nathan. You know
Yes,
that.
it is how it works. It is how it works.
No,
I want you to tell
It
me
doesn't work.
Hernandez was the root cause of at least 8 goals last year, 10 goals last year. That's what I want you to tell me.
No,
Can you
man.
tell me that? Yes or no?
Sorry, man.
do
I
go out
I'm
like
gonna
that.
I'm gonna prepare myself next time. I'm gonna watch all the goals we conceded, and if I find five, man, what are you gonna do? If I find five, I already told you two. That for me is
Okay, you
that
find
is
five.
direct.
Two? Which ones?
I told you already two, man.
He just
No,
said,
The
no,
one
just
against Roma is a massive mistake, man.
well, that was
You
not.
put your team.
Did that
You
go to
put your
go?
team in 10 in
But
10
he didn't
people, 10
cause.
players.
But they didn't score after he did that.
Yeah, they scored the 2-1 after.
But not right away.
Oh man, come on,
He
man.
just got a
Have you
red
seen?
card, but it wasn't that sequence that they scored. That
But
doesn't
that
count.
his mistake
That is a
his
technicality, and
mistake
it doesn't
the
count.
team in that position.
But still, it doesn't matter. I mean, yes, that's a bad thing, but it does not go to the goal that we conceded. How did we concede the goal? I don't remember.
So
Obviously,
basically, in that way, you cannot find any defender of AC Milan with a direct mistake.
That's not
You can
true.
find
When
two each.
like so,
You can
so an
find each
example
player.
would
You
be
can find two.
no. So an example would be in this last game, Hernandez got caught dribbling on the ball, stripped, and then we get scored on. He's directly involved in us getting scored on. That's a type
yes,
of that's something that I can look at.
that's a clear example, right?
Exactly. I want it clear. I want you to go and tell me that step. You don't got to do it
But
now
Nathan,
because it's going to take
I'm
time.
telling you.
But I want you to do it because you.
There are
I'm,
many.
I'm telling you, even if you look at Romagnoli, that we don't like him, you can find two mistakes, but still he influences the game in a way, and he makes mistakes, and you get goals. That is a thing. So if I find it, listen, Nathan, if I find in a season 6 direct goals made by Theo Hernandez should leave this planet, man.
Yeah, but then
It's
you
too
got
much already. It's too much already.
Yeah, but when you
6
do that,
direct
then
goals,
you got to
it's a
look
lot.
at that for other teams as well. That's the problem. You're just so focused on one player, then you don't bother to go
Because I
look at the
support
other
AC
people.
Milan. I see
Okay, then.
listen. I see Napoli. 7 goals. They got 3 all today. They got 3 goals today. 7 goals Napoli. So I'm assuming before this game they had basically 4
4.
goals conceded. Come on, man. Napoli doesn't have a better defense than us,
Why
but
is
their
it?
players are more reliable. They are more reliable.
And then the first team that's in form that they play against, they get 3 goals scored on them.
Okay, what about the
So now that tells
Morata
me
goals?
that when they come up against a team in form, they struggle.
Nathan, but you have to listen when other people talk. By the way, what
I'm
about
listening to you.
what about Theo Hernandez against Juventus? That Morata goal that goes and scores,
think-
runs for 60 meters, and
I
Theo
think-
Hernandez, one of the fastest players in Serie A, doesn't catch him.
Sure,
Come
but
on, man. Do you honestly expect Theo to catch that guy?
Yeah,
Even a
he has
fast
the
player
ball.
was hard. No, it
Yeah,
was
he has
hard.
the
Come
ball.
on.
Yeah, Morata has the ball. You have to catch him. You
I
are
think-
the best. And
The
you are
only way he
fast.
could catch him, bro. The only way he could catch him was if he made a foul and got a red card. That was the only
Exactly.
way.
And
Or-
that goal was on Salamakers, not on Theo.
Okay, or you
See,
are
so
in the
now
right
it's like
position.
it sounds like you're like on a witch hunt.
Right.
No.
Yes.
It does.
It's not-
That's
it
exactly
does.
what it is.
Nathan, Theo Hernandez is the last man.
Fuck.
You can see it
Fuck,
in
that
every
hurt.
corner.
God damn it.
Theo
One
Hernandez
time.
is the last man in any corner. I was the first to tell everyone that was Selemak's mistake because it's going out. It shouldn't go out. Theo Hernandez sees that, and he needs to follow Morata, and he does it wrong. That is a mistake as well. No, he needs to be in the right position. Man, I can find at least in an entire season, I can find you 6 goals. 6 goals are enough for me to tell you know
can
what,
literally
you're not
do
good
that
enough.
with
You need to go to
every
another team.
single. You can do that with every single one of these top wing backs right now. You can do that to Hakimi. You can do that to Trent. You can do it to Davies. You can especially do it to Davies. Like,
Man,
if
you
that's
are
all- if
again,
that's all you're
Nathan.
focused about.
Nathan, again, Bayern Munich is a complete team. Every position they have 2 great players. We are not a complete team. You want to complete this team, sell Theo Hernandez for 70 million and buy 2 banging players and put a solid defender in that. because I'm done of seeing this shit every month. Theo Hernandez losing the ball, another team scoring, and maybe we lose the game. I'm done with that, man. I cannot handle that. I've watched enough Serie A, enough teams that win Serie A, and I haven't seen again so many mistakes from defenders the way we do, especially
So
Theo
now,
Hernandez.
now the problem is you now need to get at least two good wingbacks. They're not going to cost you 10 million. That's for damn sure. And then on top of that, you're now asking Pioli to completely change his game plan.
No, I didn't
Yes, you
say that.
are. No, you
No,
didn't say it, but that's what has to happen.
how much we bought Theo Hernandez? How much we bought Theo Hernandez?
Let me ask you, before we got Theo Hernandez, what was our game plan?
No. How much we bought Theo Hernandez? 22 million, yeah?
Yes. And Madrid
How
are
much Davies?
regretting
How
that.
much Davies was bought? How much Davies was bought?
Bruh. That's because they got there early. You
Exactly.
want a good player now.
So exactly, you can get a good player and put in that position for little money.
So why hasn't it happened? For a little bit of money, why has it not happened yet? Because they can't.
Because we need to sell Theo Hernandez. We need to sell Theo
Excuse me.
Hernandez.
I have a question.
No,
I'm
no.
watching the replay of the goals. So Saponara's goal, Kjaer did not close the channel.
Yeah, he did a big mistake as well, like Romagnoli.
No. Let's talk about Kjaer. Kjaer made a big mistake here, and Tonali also made a mistake before that. So do we sell Kjaer and Tonali too now?
Well, if his value is 70 million, please go ahead. But we
No.
cannot sell him for 70 million. His value is 1 million.
No.
So you keep him because you cannot buy anything with 1 million apart from, I don't know, a 2-bedroom flat in Milan.
By the way, Saponara is Milan.
Wait, so Blair, why
here.
can't we do the
The
same thing
topic
for
here is
offense?
Theo Hernandez that has a massive value and is bringing damage in the defense.
But
Light, okay,
I'm-
bro, you're saying that. Do you actually want to go every single game this season? And I'll tell you how the goals were scored and how more than most of them were not through Theo Hernandez because he was injured for some part. Let me go through every game since you want to do that. Sampdoria, we haven't conceded any goal. Cagliari, it was a stupid defending. Lazio, we won. We haven't conceded a goal. After that, we played against Liverpool. You know, it's Anfield. Juventus, he tried to catch the player, but he was way too fast, and only way to stop him was through a red card. We won 2-0 against Venezia. No, nothing there. We won 2-1 against Spezia. We only conceded 1 goal. We played against Atletico. You know, it wasn't his fault. Atalanta, we scored 2 goals because we conceded 2 goals because of very dumb mistakes. Verona, the whole defense was fault for that. Porto, he didn't play. Bologna, he didn't play. Torino, he didn't play. Roma, he played. He got the red card. I agree with you. Porto 1-1. Inter 1-1.
Inter didn't
Yes.
play.
Inter,
And
he
that's
didn't play.
a big mistake. We paid for that because his mistake. Yeah.
Also, to be honest, I don't get why we're talking about this. We are not going to sell him. We are not going to sell him, and he's going to renew in the coming months, hopefully. So,
But what I want to know is, Blair, why do we need to sell him and then spend a huge amount of money on 1 or 2 players? How come we can't use the same method of finding a left back for the attack as well?
no,
Guys, this is my opinion. You
No,
want
but
to
I know. Yeah, that's fine. I'm asking you why.
I'll tell you what, Maldini is not stupid. Maldini is not stupid. If he keeps doing this mistake, at the end of the season, he's gonna play for Paris Saint-Germain next summer.
No way,
Believe
man, no
me.
way. No, listen,
hold on one second.
Don't
just
tell
thought
me next summer I knew it's gonna happen.
Light,
I'm telling
you
you
know,
right now.
Roy, what are we saying here? You just said 15 goals. You said how he's been shit, and I told you every single game how he was not at fault for almost every goal, apart from the Fiorentina game. Come on, what are we discussing here?
And then on top
No.
of that, how the reason why Serie A defenders for the most part are so good is because they've had years in Italy learning the art of defense. Hernandez is only have 2 or 3 years?
True.
Like, come on, you want to compare 3 years to someone who's learning the art of Italian defending for 15? and then give up on him
100% true.
just because he's part of a few bad decisions? Come on, Larry. Come on.
100% right.
Come on, man.
Guys, it's
That's
not few bad.
ridiculous.
In a season, it costs you 6-7 points in a season.
Bro, Light, I just said every game and how the goals we conceded. Apart from the
Safe.
Fiorentina game, he did nothing
All the-
wrong.
All the game. Listen, all the games
Yeah.
you mentioned.
Yeah.
The one he did a mistake, it cost us 3 points.
You just
But-
said something about 7-8 points. Now it's 3 points all of a sudden. Come on.
But
now.
it's the beginning of the season, man. And I can tell you
Also-
what, his poor performance with Liverpool. That is a poor performance, in my opinion.
It was Anfield. It was not easy. It was
Again,
Anfield.
he's a poor performance. I don't care. He's a poor performance.
Okay,
Oh,
okay,
no,
and guess
oh,
what?
no.
The
Oh,
Liverpool
no.
defense. Wait. The Liverpool defense also had a poor game because they gave up two simple
Again,
goals to Milan. So I guess
agree with
Liverpool
you.
should sell their whole back line.
No, Nathan, why I have to repeat myself?
Exactly.
Liverpool has a complete team. They don't need to sell.
I don't
They
care
have
about
a complete
that, man.
team.
We're talking
No,
about
I'm
defense.
explaining. I
We
know
are
you
talking
don't
about
care because
defense.
I know you don't care because you're asking me again. I explained you 5 minutes ago. I know you don't care, but I explain you why. Liverpool. I told you if I have Salah and Mane up front, I don't sell Theo Hernandez. I'll keep him.
How
You
much
guys
did
are
Liverpool
talking
buy
No,
Salah
again.
I
You
and
guys are
wouldn't.
Mane?
talking Narnia. I'm telling
How
you
much
the reality
did
is this
Salah
one.
and Mane cost Liverpool? Does anybody know how much Salah and Mane
70
cost Liverpool?
million. 70
Salah
million.
costs 70 million.
No, Salah 36,
about Mane?
Mane
In total.
45.
In
No,
total,
no, no.
yeah.
Guys, I would never sell
No,
Thiago Hernandez,
individually.
not in a million
Individually.
years.
Salah,
I'm
35
talking about
individually.
individually. How much do they
30
cost?
sorry,
30
Salah
30 to
40 million
35.
euro. Salah 40 million euro.
So why can't?
Mane
So there
50
you go,
million.
Milan. So Milan after this year, we should have more than enough money to go out and spend 35 million on 2 or 3 players each. We don't need to sell 35 million. If you can get a player like that, that comes down to scouting.
Exactly.
Do you
100%.
have a good network? You don't need to spend that much money. You can, if you have a good scouting network, you don't need to sell him. We should have all the money capable of going out to get 3 players and spending 30 to 35 million each on those players.
No, but listen. No,
And then
the
you don't
problem
have to
is-
sell.
The problem that I have here is that you say scouting. We don't. They didn't do any scouting. They came and they got Roma's best player. They came and
That's
they
not
got.
scouting, Nathan. That's
Exactly.
not scouting.
Right.
What are you talking about?
They went and they bought. If I'm not mistaken, Mane was playing at Leipzig, and they got their best player.
Dude,
There's no
going and
scouting.
buying
Exactly,
Vlahovic is
exactly,
not
but-
scouting.
Exactly.
You want to buy Vlahovic?
Yeah,
40
but
million.
that's okay. But you're not understanding. We're not talking about going to these established leagues. Except Roma was dog shit at the time, so they can't.
No, no,
can't,
no.
buy
no,
them.
no,
And we-
no,
and
no.
when then
No,
hold
no,
on,
no,
and
no.
then we know,
No, no.
and then we know that Fiorentina
Okay.
always
He's
plays
the-
hardball with their players.